everybody, welcome to our 2:30 stress break for today. Today's stress break is going to focus on breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over 3 different styles of breathing. Well, it'll be the same type of breathing, but a different way of going through to help us to stay calm. Variations on things like this are useful because just like we're all different as people, different things tend to work a little bit better or a little worse. So we'll go over a few different options for breathing so we can all find something that we like. So just before we get started, I just want to say a few notes about breathing. First off, most of us breathe right into here, right into our chest. We take, medium breaths most of the time, most days. When we tend to get stressed out, nervous, get that adrenaline going, we usually take shorter breaths, move it up a little, and they're quicker. So, something like that. When we're trying to relax ourselves and calm down, we're trying to do the exact opposite. So we're trying to bring that breath way down into our diaphragm, which is right behind, right around our stomach. And so to do that, we can breathe in through our nose, as long as it's clear. If it's difficult to, you can breathe through your mouth still. And I like to imagine the breath going all the way down into my diaphragm. And one of the biggest ways to tell if you've done that correctly is you can take your hands, put them on your stomach, and if you feel your stomach expand as you breathe in, and then contract as you breathe out, you know you're breathing in the right spot. It takes a little bit to get the hang of it, but once you do, it's pretty easy and pretty good to be consistent at it. So why it's nice to be able to breathe, taking those nice deep breaths, for a few reasons. First off, it gives more oxygen to our blood, and that just helps things move a little bit smoother. Second, we often, when we're doing these activities, slow our breath down by taking little breaks before and after our breath in and breath out. And by doing so, we're slowing our heart rate down, and our whole system just eases itself while doing that. And so these are the reasons that we're doing this. It helps to increase the blood in our system, and it helps to slow our system down. Last comment about breathing before we get started is that when we breathe in, we get energized, and when we breathe out, we get calmer. And so we always exist in this balance between energy and calm, energy and calm. And so one tip when you're doing deep breathing to try to have feelings of relaxation and calm is to make sure you're fully exhaling, because it's on the exhale that we get that calm, and it's actually quite easy to take nice deep breaths in, but then only blow out, 2/3, 3/4. So if you can, try to make sure you're really blowing out all the air while still not having to be strenuous for you. So, first type of breathing we're going to do is called box breathing. It's called that because you imagine yourself going around a box, and each side has a different task to do. So when you start, you count 4 seconds for each side of the box. And so your first 4 is you inhale for 4, you hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4. And so by doing this, inhaling, break, exhaling, break, we're giving ourselves a chance for the air to fully get into our system. And also, we're slowing things down a bit by giving those breaks. This is nice because it can help us just to give us something to focus on rather than thinking about when to breathe or not. You just follow along 4, 4, 4, 4. So we'll do a few of these breaths together so you can get the hang of it. So we'll start here, and we'll start by breathing in. So we'll begin now. Hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And last one. Inhale. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Great. So that was box breathing. It's not so much about being sort of perfect within your timing. I mean, count to 4 each time, but it's more about getting that consistency. If you did like box breathing, there's lots of apps and little tools online. If you just type in box breathing, you'll find lots of little cool things to help. So if you can kind of watch along, rather than doing it yourself, watch along a little video or a little animation or something like that. So that is box breathing. yeah, I think it's time to move on to our next one. Our next one is called mountain breathing or hand breathing. So with this, get your hand up, take your index finger, and you put it on the outside of your hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace our hand. As we go up, we'll breathe in. As we go down, we'll breathe out. We'll take a little pause at the peak and a pause at the valley. So we'll start here, and just like before, we're going to try to breathe down as much as we can, nice full deep breaths. And we'll check in with ourselves right now, see how you feel. And we'll check in with ourselves right as soon as we finish. So we'll start here. Start by breathing in. And we can come back. All right, and that is hand breathing. Much like when we were doing box breathing, those pauses at the peak and the valley help to slow everything down. And I like hand breathing because sometimes when you're trying to calm yourselves down, it's hard to keep your mind focused. And so with box breathing, you're following along, helps keep the focus. For our hand too, because we're looking at something and we have the tactile sensation. For me, there's times where if my mind's just a flurry, doing something like hand breathing is a nice way to focus. Focus on the breath, but not have to try too hard to keep my attention because I just have the movement in my hand to follow. So that's one of the reasons I like hand breathing. The last type of breathing we're going to look at is going to be breathing with a bit of a visualization or imagination component to it. Again, this is helpful because it helps to focus our mind, bring those sense of calm, right, and help us be mindful about what's around us or about what we're choosing to focus on. So, again, the breathing part will be the same. We're taking those nice deep breaths all the way into our diaphragm, and we're taking little pauses as we're breathing. But what I want you to do this time is as you're breathing in, imagine that you're breathing in all the health, calm, happiness of the environment around you. And if there's one of those that is a bit more pertinent, I welcome you to focus on that. But breathing in feelings of health, hope, calm, happiness, whatever it is. And as we exhale, we're exhaling out any kind of stress, anything that's been we've been hanging on to that we don't want to, maybe any feelings of antsiness, whatever it is for us. And as we use our imagination to visualize and focus this in and out, we help to draw our body in line to those things that we're focusing on. Sometimes people like to visualize, bring in that calm, that positivity through imagining the air coming through as they breathe in. And other people like to imagine it that as their diaphragm is expanding, they focus on everything going into the diaphragm that way. So whichever way you like, and then on the exhale, focusing on blowing out anything that is kind of sticking to you or that you want to let go of. So we'll do a few just like before. We'll do maybe 5 to 7 rounds, and just to get a handle on what it feels like. So I'll ask that if you'd like to, you can close your eyes or kind of put your head down a bit as much as we can. Blocking out any kind of distraction helps us to have visualization or imagination be most effective. So we'll breathe in and breathe in all of that calm around you. And we'll breathe out, breathing out any feelings of stress, anything you want to release. Breathe in, the calm and the health around you, and breathe out anything you want to release. We'll go through a few more rounds, and I'll let you just do it without me talking at you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one. Breathe in all the calm. And breathe out all the stress. Awesome. And so that's another way. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we're all different, and so sometimes things work better for different people. And also for me, it matters what mood I'm in. There might be some moods where I really want to do that imagination. There might be others where I want to use the mountain breathing, and yet again others where I do the box breathing, going 4x4, right? And so just knowing for yourself how these affect you, hopefully kind of going through a couple minutes of each has given you a sense how it affects you. You can choose either your favorite or no, whichever one is going to be the most effective depending on how you're feeling. So thanks very much for seeing this today. Breathing is one of those things that it is skill-based, and so the more we do it, the more practice we get, the more effective it's going to be. So I'd recommend that if you found one that you like, you spend 1 or 2 minutes every day just practicing it and getting better, not just when you're stressed out, and then you'll have it ready to go to help calm you down when you need it. So thanks very much, and I hope you enjoyed today's stress break.